Thanks for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. I'm one of the volunteers for BEPC. We have monthly meetings and other events, and we also have our expo once a year. Every month we have a different speaker, and this month, June, the presentation is going to be on June 17th in Kent, Washington, and our speaker is going to be Wanda Buckner. So we create these videos so you can get a chance to know our speakers before the event. So Wanda, we're so happy to have you.
Oh,
Please.
hi, everyone.
Hi, Wanda. It's great. So please share a bit about what you do and what your talk will be about.
I'm a pet psychic and communicator and healer. I also work with people, but the emphasis of the talk will be on the animal's point of view. So often when we think of our animals, we see their sweet fur and their big eyes, and there's a tendency of people to treat them like babies or adolescent children instead of recognizing them as the thinking beings they are. They are adults. They have skills and abilities that we don't even begin to understand, and we will never know. So part of my job as an animal communicator is to help people and animals understand each other better, what their roles are in the household, what is expected of them, the limits and possibilities of that relationship. And most relationships can be much more than we ever dream. A bearded dragon is not just a being to keep in a small environment just to observe. They're more than that. They have their own needs and desires and opinions too. It's so wonderful to be able to have an insight into that. So I'm going to share those kinds of things at the meeting.
That's great. That's great. And I know you'll have a couple of hours. Do you have a sense of, will you be doing samples as well if people bring photos and describe their animals in their life, or what will that look like?
That's a definite possibility. If people bring a photo and a question, whether the animal is alive or deceased, I would be glad to answer that question. Oftentimes the question one person has is the same question someone else has. So I want to touch on the role in the household of the animal, their relationship with other animals, releasing trauma, behavior issues, illness, what their job is, end-of-life decisions, and even the afterlife. People wonder where their animals are and have they been with them before. We only have 2 hours, but we can explore whatever people want to explore. I will give examples from my own practice, and I'm sure people have examples of things that have happened in their lives with their animals that have amazed them with the possibilities of the richness of the relationship.
Oh, that's great. I'm excited. I'm just thinking about questions I have right now as we're talking. Great.
And actually, Lorelei, is it possible that people could mail, put a question up?
Submit questions ahead? Yeah, people can submit questions ahead. That's great. So we have a meetup event, and we have a Facebook event, and we also have an email address. And so I'll ensure that where this video is posted, that people know that they can also submit questions, and so you can see those ahead.
Yes, and they could post a picture of the animal. Mm-hmm. Everybody likes to see each other's animals.
Oh, that sounds fun. That's great. Yes. And feel free if you'd like to share your contact info right now too, so it's part of the video. I know it's going to be in the event listing. If people just want to reach out to you also, if they want a private session or something like that, how can people reach you?
Sure. You could go to wandabuckner.com. You'll find my website there. You can find me on Facebook under Healing Energy Services. You can also find my private Facebook page, which isn't very private, under Wanda Buckner, and that will link you to Healing Energy Services. I'd love to be linked into more completely to this part of the community. So, absolutely.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I love the idea of submitting photos. Well, let's see. So I'm very excited. We're going to be experiencing your talk, your presentation, and your wisdom on Monday, June 17. We meet at the Denny's in Kent. It's at 1246 North Central Ave in Kent. We meet at 5:30 for our, business meeting, and then your presentation is from 6 to 8. Really excited, looking forward to having you.
Thank you. I look forward to it too.
Very welcome. All right. So all of you watching, you can also find out more about BEPC on the web at bepcweb.org. And our expo is coming up later this year, right after Wanda's talk. It's on June 29. It's also in Kent. It's at Kent Commons. And it's going to start at 9 a.m. this year. We're going to do audience readings, and then we'll have the expo from 10 to 5. Thanks so much, Wanda. We look forward to connecting with the community both times in June.